Hello children, in this session we are going to see the continuation of the lesson Organization of Tissues. An organ is a structure made up of collection of tissues that carry out specialized functions. For example, in plant, the root, the stem and leaves are organs, whereas xylem and phloem are tissues. So, here we are going to see the plant tissues. Plants are made up of vegetative and reproductive tissues. In general, plant tissues are classified into two types. They are meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Are you clear? So, plant tissue is classified into two types. They are meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Now, let us see what is meristematic tissue. The term meristem is derived from the Greek word meristos, which means divisible or having an active cell division. So, here the meristematic tissues are a group of immature cells that are capable of undergoing cell division. So, they have an ability to cell division. So, how a cell division occurs? Only if a cell is a living cell, the cell division occurs. How a cell is considered as a living cell? If a nucleus is there, then a cell is considered as a living cell. Are you clear? Now, let us see the characteristic features of the meristematic tissue. They are the living cells. They may be small, oval, polygonal or round in shape. They are thin walled with dense cytoplasm, large nucleus and small vacuoles. They undergo mitotic cell division and here they do not store the food materials. Are you clear children? Now let us move on to the types of meristematic tissue based on its position. So on the basis of their position, in a plant, the meristems are of three types: apical meristem, intercalary meristem and lateral meristem. So let us see what is apical meristem. So this apical meristem are found at the apex of the growing point of root and shoot and bring about the increase in length. So what does it mean? So apical meristem is found in two regions, mainly at the shoot tip and at the root tip. And what is their function? It helps in the plant to increase in the length. So if a plant grows in the length, then it is due to the meristematic tissue. Are you clear? Next is intercalary meristem. What is this intercalary meristem? It lies in between the region of permanent tissue and it is a part of primary meristem. It is found either at the base of the leaf, example pinnace, or at the base of internode, example grasses. Are you clear? So, where is this intercalary meristem present? They are found at the base of a leaf or at the base of the internode. Are you clear? Next is the lateral meristem. The lateral meristem here are arranged parallel. You can see at the bottom of the picture, two lateral meristems are there and they cause the thickening of the plant. So, the thickening of the plant is because of this lateral meristem. Are you clear children? Now, let us see the functions of meristematic tissue. Meristems are actively dividing tissues of a plant that are responsible for primary elongation and secondary thickening, that is the growth of a plant. Are you clear? Next, we'll move on to the permanent tissue. Permanent tissues are those in which the growth has stopped either completely or for time being. At times, they become meristematic partially or wholly. Permanent tissues are of two types, namely simple tissues and complex tissues. Are you clear? So, permanent tissues are of two types. What are they? Simple tissues and complex tissues. Next, we'll see what are the types of simple tissues. Simple tissues are homogeneous tissues composed of structurally and functionally similar. They are similar in their structure and function. Example, parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Okay. Now, let us see the parenchyma cells. Parenchyma are simple permanent tissues composed of living cells. Parenchyma cells are thin-walled cells. They may be oval, rounded or polygonal in shape with well-developed spaces among them. So, you can see in some aquatic plants, this parenchyma possesses lot of intercellular space and this is called as arenchyma. When exposed to light, this parenchyma cells, they may develop the chloroplast pigment and they are known as chlorenchyma. Are you clear? So, in aquatic plants they are termed as arenchyma and in some green plants they get modified into chlorenchyma. Are you clear? Next, collenchyma. Collenchyma is a living tissue found beneath the epidermis. Cells are elongated with unevenly thickening non-lignified walls. Cells have rectangular, oblique or tapering ends and persistent protoplast. So, they possess thick primary non-lignified walls. They provide mechanical support. It is nothing but the collenchyma. They are provided with lignified wall thickening and they help in giving mechanical support to the plant. Are you clear? Next, sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma consists of thick-walled cells which often lignified. They are lignified walls. It means what? Thickened. The walls are very thickened walls. Sclerenchyma cells are dead. They do not possess living protoplast at maturity. Sclerenchyma cells are grouped into fibers and sclerids. So, what are the two groups of sclerenchyma? Fibers and sclerids. Let's see sclerids. Sclerids are widely distributed in the plant body. They are usually broad, may occur in a single or in groups. Sclerids are isodiametric with lignified walls. Their walls are lignified. Here the pits are prominent and seen along the wall surface. What about the lumen here? The lumen is filled with the wall materials and the sclerids are also common in fruits and seeds. These sclerids is common in most fruits and seeds. Are you clear, children? Now, let us move on to the second type of sclerenchyma, fibers. Fibers are elongated sclerenchymatous cells, usually with pointed ends. You can see the tapering ends. Their walls are lignified, that is thickened walls. Fibers are abundantly found in many plants. They are found in many plants like Linum usitatissimum, that is flaxseed. I am repeating again, Linum usitatissimum, Linum Eucita tisibum. It's a name of a plant which is commonly called as flaxseed. And hemp plant. The binomial name of hemp plant is Cannabis sativa. Cannabis sativa. And jute, Quercus capsularis. So in this type of plants, the fiber content is more. So their length of fibers may increase from 1 to 3 mm. And some fibers are extensively longer, ranging from 20 mm to 550 mm. So fibers, they are extraordinarily long, which ranges from 20 mm to 550 mm. Are you clear, children? I think we come to the end of the session. We will meet you in the next class. Thank you, children.